Alright, so I think today we're going to do something a little different. So I've been thinking about it, and I haven't really made a whole lot of progress in my single-player world because I don't really play it a whole lot. I play in multiplayer a whole lot more, so I'm thinking about transferring this video series to being like highlights from my multiplayer base. You know, like projects and cool things from my base on our server. So I'm thinking about my base in multiplayer is about the same technological progress. My base is actually whole in it. It's a bit different though. I do have much better power in multiplayer though. I have a couple of nuclear craft reactors going. And I already have an angel ring, so I'm no longer using a jetpack. But I don't have things like the squid farm and the cactus farm. Alright, let's try this again. I accidentally terminated my game in the middle of talking. So, my multiplayer world does not have, say, the squid farm and the cactus farm. Those I haven't built there yet. But I have built a slime farm, and it's pretty cool. So what I was thinking is, using a certain mod, I can start copying and rebuilding the cactus and the squid farm onto the multiplayer server. So I was already thinking about using that mod so that I don't have to build all the sides of that cactus by hand. But I can also use it to copy and then save the pattern, and then load it on that one, and have it build automatically with materials. So, I think what I might do is I might go ahead and copy the actual cactus farm portion there. And then we'll move over to the multiplayer server, and I'll give you a quick rundown of my base over there. And then maybe work on pasting that so I can start mass producing cactus on the multiplayer server. And once I have quite a bit of cactus, I can start actually building the decorative cactus around it. And maybe next episode I will work on... Or, well, because I already built it in here, you know, so I'll just build that on the multiplayer server between episodes. But anyway, so to copy that, we're going to want a copy-paste gadget from Building Gadgets. And it's charging up. So this template manager here is what will let me copy it between worlds, I believe. So let's see. So it's on copy. Now let's see if we can do this correctly. So if I do that, and then if I fly up here, I'm gonna need some other block to... Nope, that didn't work, okay. There we go. That's more like, ow, more like it. So now if I load this up into paste mode, oh, it's the top right, okay. I want it from the bottom. So I'm gonna start from there. And go to there. There we go. Perfect. So now, we can take that loaded copy-paste tool into the template manager here. Cool, and since I refreshed it, it doesn't have that cobblestone anymore. So I think I need a piece of paper. I think you put it there. Okay, so now that's in my clipboard on my computer. So I'm going to save that to a file, so I have that pattern. And this is all oak wood. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to reload the game and hop into multiplayer. And save that cactus farm to a file so I don't lose it. So I will be back in a few minutes. Alright, so here is my base on my multiplayer server. The outside's not too much, but I've got some cool stuff inside. Out here I've kind of started building the road. I haven't made any concrete, but I made it out of marble. And I've got a simple farm here. A chicken farm, because I need a few thousand feathers for a project. Out here I've got kind of a temporary reactor set up where I was learning how to do nuclear craft. I need to take it down and relocate it somewhere else, but it's pretty cool. Then I've got a couple of water wheels down there. One made of dirt, because I didn't have anything cool at the time. This is the most I've got of a cactus farm right now. But the real cool stuff is inside. So here I've just kind of some thrown together ore processing and nuclear craft. Fuel processing and stuff. And then I've got some fractioning still set up for refined fuel. That's sort of my backup power. In case my base goes dead while I'm offline, I can use the refined fuel to power everything back up. So I've got a quarry set up down under my base, kind of quarrying out a large area, controlled by that lever there. Over here I've got a bunch of machines set up to be automated with applied energistics. So like making, you know, gravel and sand and pulverized coal and glass and all that. I'll get to that another time. So that display up there is how much power my base is currently using. Just as a way for me to monitor my power usage. So there's a disguised cable going in the wall there downstairs. Which here's downstairs. So there's the energy valve monitoring the output of my two resonant energy cells. So that distributes power to the rest of my base there. Here I've got my more... This is the reactor that's automated here. And it doesn't come on very often right now because I'm not using a lot of power, but this RF Tools program here will basically turn this reactor on whenever the power level goes below 10 million and keep it on until it goes above 31. So this is my my thorium reactor. It's a lot smaller. It makes about 1500 RF per tick while it's running. But the nice part about it is that the waste from this can power the bigger uranium reactor. So here I've got some industrial foregoing latex processing here for making plastic. Here's my auto crafting, my small temporary auto crafting setup I've got going, which I never got to in single player, but I've gotten a little bit of it here. Some machines here. This is a neat mod called Deep Mob Learning that I recently added. So I'll show that at a later time, because it's pretty neat. Here's kind of the area where I craft right now. I really need to clean this up. I need to move the inscribers downstairs and hook them into the system to be automated and stuff, but I'll save that for another time. And here's kind of where I do fluid things. And I've got some fluid and reservoirs on shelves here. Those are pretty neat. I don't have anything up here yet in the upper floor, but I've got it wired. And I don't have anything in the attic yet. And see, I'm using my lights there. So I'm going to fly over to the slime farm real quick, so I can show you that. It's somewhat functional. It's not full scale quite yet. But I've been getting a lot of slime out of it. So I'll be back in a minute. Alright. So here's my slime farm. So I used a chunk finder website to analyze the seed, and I found this spot here with 5 slime chunks surrounding a non-slime chunk here. So I'm using kind of a combination of vanilla slime farm techniques and modded. So I've got the spawning platforms of a vanilla slime farm. Then I've got mob grinding utilities fans, blowing them fairly close to the edge here. And then from there, they're lured off the edge by iron golems. And I don't have all the fans set up quite yet because I need several thousand more feathers to finish all the fans. And once they do get down here, they get corralled into the center by vector plates in front of a mob crusher and a mob slaughter factory. And I really need to set something up to pick up the drops from when they just fall to death. So down in here, currently the mob slaughter factory is going to get me liquid meat and pink slime. But if I click this off and click the crusher on, then it's going to kill them for drops and experience. So the essence goes through this fluid dictionary converter, which converts the essence to essence of knowledge from thermal foundation, so I can use it for various crafts. But it was pretty good. Just right now, I loaded a lot of chunks on the way over here, so there's a lot of other monsters going on right now. But this can get absurdly fast. I've already gotten somewhere on the order of like probably 700 slime from this so far. Just of residual slimes bouncing off while building it. And I'm gonna put an elevator in back here to kind of be an access, and then I've got this access corridor along the back here for working on the fans. So anyway, that's the slime farm. So now let's see about setting up that cactus farm. So BRB. Okay, I just realized that I don't really have any emeralds because I haven't been to an Extreme Hills yet. So I'm gonna have to work on getting some emeralds. So be back in a bit again. Alright, so I found a village over here with an armor that takes coal for emeralds. He's pretty funny. What else does he do? Really? 5 for 9 helmet? Anyway, so I got a bunch. Alright, so I've got emeralds. So back to my base. Alright, so now I can make the template manager. Let's get a piece of paper to save it on. Gotta put it there. So I believe if I paste it, okay, because it doesn't save the name. And now if I... Okay, before I do that, my copy-paste tool is currently loaded with the entire spawning platform for the slime. So before I replace what's in the copy-paste tool... Yeah, let's see. Slime platform. Alright. So now let's load it. So now the copy-paste gadget has it loaded. So I'm going to need 180 oak fences, 108 sand, 108 cactus, and 108 oak slabs. Let me just grab a chest to put these in so I don't lose them or overwrite them. So I guess BRB while I gather those resources. Alright, so I think full-scale reproduction of the cactus farm on the server is going to take a bit more time, because I didn't have a lot of cactus. But I've got the rest of the parts. Oh yeah, I've got some flux-infused armor going. So I'm just going to find a place out here, and I'm going to have it build what I can. So I'll be back in a minute once I get the place picked out and marked out and everything, and get some collectors going to collect the cactus. So I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so I think I've got a pretty good spot here laid out. So this is 11 by 11, I think. And so if I put it, say, here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's about as centered as we're going to get it. And then if I put it there. So there's all the sand and stuff. Now if I go ahead and break all of these... Alright, so now if I paste it, I should get at least some of the cactus installed. There we go. Some of the cactus. So pretty much the road's going to come on down here, and then it'll connect up to this. So I don't think this time I'm going to do the 4 vacuumulators. I think I'm just going to do the 1. But I'll have I'll put vector plates to move any cactus that's out of its range into it. For now, I think I'm just going to throw a chest on top of it. Let me grab some vector plates and a chest. So I do have vector plates auto-crafted because of the slime farm. Give me like 32 of them. Let's go ahead and make like an iron chest. And I will continue upgrading this between videos, I think. I'm gonna put some of these in for a minute. Well, at least that'll help for now. But that'll get me going better on cactus. And like I said, once I have a decent amount of cactus and black dye, I will start recreating the exterior skin of this. Hopefully. So that's... yeah, okay. I think that's about as centered as it's gonna get. So anyway, so I'm thinking about, like I said, transitioning the video series to the multiplayer world, which is the exact same pack. Just played multiplayer with some friends of mine. And this is where I play mostly, so it's progressed a lot faster, because we reset the world probably about a month ago. and I've already caught up to and slightly surpassed where my single-player world is that I've been going on for a year now. Oh yeah, my roof is made of skystone stairs. And I like it. Alright, so I will, like I said, I will continue working on this, and I'll probably build a slime farm between videos as well. And I will see everyone later.